The walls of the hospital seemed to close in on me as I sat there, my heart pounding against my chest. I could taste the sterile air, hear the steady beep of machines competing with my racing thoughts. It all started with a crumpled piece of paper I found in my jacket, a jacket I hadn't worn in ages. It read, "Don't trust him." It was unsigned, yet it felt like a cold whisper against the back of my neck. The words danced in my mind, triggering an avalanche of questions. Who had written it? And more importantly, who was him? My pulse quickened, making the dull ache in my temples more pronounced. I looked around, observing the nurses gliding through the corridors, the doctors huddle in brief, whispered discussions. Each figure passed under the harsh fluorescent lights, many faces too familiar, yet suddenly shrouded in this new veil of suspicion. I tried to steady my breathing, telling myself it was a mistake, a note meant for someone else. But an instinct deep within me twisted, disagreeing loudly with that rationalization. Before I continue, if you are feeling what I am feeling right now, please leave a like. It helps me keep going. As the minutes trickled by, I couldn't shake the sensation that someone was watching me, eyes tracing my movements, waiting. The hospital, with its polished floors and antiseptic scent, now felt like a stage of some unknowable theater. A place where everyone played a part in a story I wasn't yet privy to. I racked my brain, combing through recent interactions. Who in this place could the note be referring to? There was Dr. Larson, the new attending, with an easy smile and impeccable bedside manner. Or maybe Nurse Jane, who always had a word of encouragement. Each possibility brought a pang of doubt, but also guilt for suspecting those who had only ever shown me kindness. The morning had broken with such promise, yet now it was a tangled web of worry and suspicion. I sat there as the bustle of hospital life continued, feeling displaced, slightly out of sync with the world around me. I glanced to the clock, its hands indifferent to my turmoil as it pushed forward minute by minute. My mind skittered over fragments of the day, trying to piece together any signs I had missed. Who would want to warn me, and why remain anonymous? Each unanswered question was a shadow I could not dodge. I found myself focusing on the small intervals of silence, like the pause between heartbeats, searching for clarity. The room buzzed with the undercurrent of conversations I couldn't quite catch. Each person was an island of secrets, and I was adrift amongst them. Humanity is such a delicate fabric, woven with threads of trust and frailty. I pondered how easily it seemed to unravel, a single loose thread pulling away all certainty. Such thoughts weighed heavy as I felt the swirl of emotions tighten around me. Finally, a flicker of insight began revealing itself from the depths of my confusion. A confrontation I had witnessed, hushed and fleeting, surfaced in my mind like a long-forgotten truth. That day, as I waited for results, I had seen a glimpse of tension between Dr. Larson and the administration. A moment of clenched jaws and clipped phrases quickly brushed aside. Could it be connected? Was the ever-pleasant Dr. Larson hiding something beneath that welcoming facade? I replayed the scene over and over, every replay sowing seeds of doubt. My interactions with him ran through my mind, forcing me to examine each gesture, each smile. Behind those eyes, was there another story? Was I perhaps a pawn in a game far larger than myself? The shadows of doubt became a suffocating cloak, squeezing my chest until all felt cloudy and subdued. I needed to reach the throbbing heart of this mystery. Suddenly, amidst my whirling thoughts, there came a moment of surprising clarity. The truth rushed in, a cold sweep that gave me pause. I saw Dr. Larson talking, but not with patience, rather hushed discussions sequestered in corners or alongside the hospital director. The shadow of potential betrayal wrapped around my suspicion. Every gesture seemed suddenly loaded with hidden meaning. The urgency built up like a crescendo until it was undeniable. The note made its silent plea for stronger scrutiny ring clear in my mind. Sneaking a glance toward the doctor, I noticed how he moved now, eyes darting, avoiding contact, unlike his typical ease. At that moment, life became painfully clear, the indistinct lines finally focusing into alarming confirmation. An isolation settled over me, as if the visible divide separated ordinary life from this current complex conundrum. By the end, a quiet understanding washed over me like a tide coming in. With it came the serene yet shattering realization that keeping vigilance is sometimes a painful necessity in our interactions. Humans in their unpredictable dance sometimes show colors both vibrant and pale. We are frail and strong, simple and complex, trustworthy and dubious beings navigating life's intricate web. As the clock ticked insistently into the next hour, I knew my burden of clarity would shape how I moved forward. Before you leave, if this moment impacted you as it impacted me, subscribe. I'm sharing every confession, and you never know which one will be next. Subscribe to the channel, and if you can breathe after this, maybe you'll want to hear the next confession too. Sometimes the truth we avoid is precisely the one we most need to hear. See you in the next video.